Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. The Curse of Oak Island. Rick Lagina arrives on island as 2018 treasure hunt begins. The Curse of Oak Island's treasure hunting operations for 2018 have begun, after Rick Lagina and other members of the team arrived on the island, along with vast amounts of equipment. Rick took time out to pose with fans this week, including newlyweds Bernard and Natalie Roussel, who were visiting the area while on honeymoon from New Brunswick. Natalie told Monsters and Critics how Rick was all smiles and joked with them about whether they had a map of where the treasure was. She said, "We were on a brief honeymoon and decided to go see Oak Island again. We had been there a couple of years ago at the same time, but they were closed. When we got there, the gift shop was open, and we were inside looking for tours. The 2018 tours were sold out in 2 hours. We bought some souvenirs and were on our way when my husband Bernard spotted Rick and started running towards him. He was so excited as he has been a huge fan of the show since the beginning. Since then I have gradually been becoming a fan as well. Rick was very welcoming, shook our hands and asked the creator of the show to take our picture. He then joked around and asked if we had the map of where the treasure was. It was such a good encounter. He is as friendly in person as he is on the show. When we took the pic, he made us say treasure." Fan Courtney Spencer also met Rick on the island this week and posted a photo of her encounter on Instagram with the caption, "I'll die happy now." Craig Tester and Jack Begley were also spotted on the island and posed for a photo with 2 young fans who were on a tour of the area with their family. Karen Publicover, who lives across the causeway from Oak Island, told how filming for the show began earlier this month, when a drone used to film aerial shots was spotted in the air on May 11, before a convoy of trucks arrived that same day. Drone cinematography company Atlantic Aerial Works also posted an image of the Oak Island Interpretive Center on their Instagram, saying, "Back on set filming season 6 of The Curse of Oak Island." More equipment then began arriving yesterday, including rollers and excavation machinery, while work was also being carried out on docks next to the causeway. The arrival of the equipment comes after several severe nor'easter storms battered the island over the winter. The treasure hunt usually stops every winter when cold weather makes searching efforts more difficult, and several members of the team have been away from the island until now. Marty Lagina was seen last month at his Mary Vineyards winery near Traverse City, Michigan. The Curse of Oak Island is set to return for season 6 in the fall, after a string of incredible discoveries were made during season 5. They included a rhodolite garnet brooch and a medieval laid cross, which executive producer Kevin Burns recently told us appears to date from at least the 1300s or earlier. Other major discoveries last season included human bones and pearlware pottery in the Money Pit area. The arrival of equipment on the island comes as legendary treasure hunter and Oak Island team member Dan Blankenship celebrated his 95th birthday this week. History yesterday confirmed to Monsters and Critics that filming for season 6 was underway. Rick Lagina's boots crunched against the gravel as he stepped onto Oak Island once more. It was early morning, and the mist still clung to the dense trees that lined the shore. As the sun's first light broke through the fog, it revealed the silhouette of this mysterious place, a 140-acre stretch of land, rich with tales of hidden riches and riddled with centuries-old traps that had confounded generations of treasure hunters. The 2018 season of the treasure hunt was about to begin, and Rick could feel the island's age-old secrets stirring beneath his feet. Rick had always been drawn to Oak Island, captivated by the legend since he was a boy. His fascination grew over the years, blossoming into an unwavering commitment to solving the enigma of what lies buried beneath. Alongside his brother, Marty, and a team of experts, Rick had spent countless days, nights, and resources chasing this elusive treasure. But the allure of the island was not solely about gold and jewels. It was the stories, the possibility of something much more profound hidden beneath layers of earth and history, that kept Rick coming back year after year. As Rick made his way towards the war room, he could hear the distant hum of machinery. The team was already hard at work preparing for what they hoped would be a breakthrough year. Over the past few seasons, they had made significant strides, discovering everything from old coins to strange wooden structures buried deep underground. But the mystery of the money pit, the supposed hiding place of the treasure, remained unsolved. Each new shaft dug, each new discovery, seemed to lead to more questions than answers. This season, they had new technology, more advanced than ever before, and fresh insights from historians, geologists, and engineers. They had gathered to present their theories and set the course for this year's hunt. As Rick entered the room, the chatter quieted, all eyes turning towards him. He was the heartbeat of this operation, the one whose dedication had fueled the project from the beginning. With a nod, Rick greeted his team, his expression a blend of determination and quiet excitement. "Let's get to work," he said, his voice steady but tinged with anticipation. The team dove into a discussion, poring over maps, charts, and historical documents. They debated where to begin this year's digs. Should they focus on the swamp, where strange anomalies had been detected, or perhaps in Smith's Cove, where previous expeditions had unearthed a mysterious wooden structure that could be related to the original money pit diggers? Rick listened carefully, weighing each option. He had a gut feeling about the swamp. It had always seemed like a key piece of the puzzle. But Oak Island was full of red herrings, and they couldn't afford to waste time. Later that day, Rick found himself standing at the edge of the swamp. The sun was higher now, and the mist had burned away, revealing the dense, tangled mass of trees and reeds. The air was thick with the scent of salt water and mud. To some, the swamp might seem like a dead end, a murky quagmire unlikely to yield anything of value. But to Rick, it was a place where history and mystery intertwined. He couldn't shake the feeling that something important was hidden here, just waiting to be uncovered. The excavation at the swamp began, with heavy machinery clawing at the muck, pulling up layer after layer of silt and debris. The crew worked meticulously, knowing that any small artifact could be a clue. They had uncovered strange timbers in past seasons, suggesting that the swamp might have been artificially created to conceal something significant. As they dug deeper, the tension grew. Days turned into weeks as they unearthed more anomalies, pieces of wood, fragments of metal, but nothing that screamed treasure. Frustration began to seep into the crew. Even Rick felt the weight of it. They had been so close so many times before, only to have the island's secret slip through their fingers. But Rick wasn't ready to give up. He never was. For him, this was more than just a hunt for riches. It was about solving a riddle that had baffled treasure hunters for more than 200 years, a riddle that had claimed lives and fortunes, yet still remained unsolved.